It's a common sense recap of the big stories. It's Katz and Cosby on 77 WABC.
And we are back here on Katz and Cosby. Well, there's a lot about gangs from Venezuela taking over America. Now they're in 16 states. There was a big raid, in fact, in New York, where they found close to 20 gang members in New York. Frightening situation. Joining us now to talk about this and also what's happening. Will these other countries take the migrants that Tom Homan plans to deport and President Trump or not? Venezuela saying no, no, no. Joining us now to talk about all of this is Ron Vitiello, former border chief and also former acting ICE director. Ron, first of all, about the fact that all these Venezuelan gang members found in New York, and by the way, many back at that Aurora, Colorado complex too.
Yeah, hats off to the front line there in New York that put these people behind bars, and hopefully after January 20th, there'll be an end game for these folks that lead them on a path to be removed from the country and deported. So I'm glad law enforcement has dug into this. There's obviously been an orientation change, right? There's a Trump effect going on in a number of places in the world, including New York City, the mayor's office, and the police officers in the front line down there, probably ICE and others, they know what the intention is going to be in a couple of weeks, and they're acting accordingly. So good for them.
You know, Ron Vitiello, former border chief, the president of Mexico put out a little bit ago that she's ready to accept migrants that are deported by President Trump, but Judge Weinberg, we were talking about Venezuela earlier.
Yeah,
because
Ron,
they're saying
what
something
I'm very
else.
concerned about is Venezuela is not going to cooperate. They're not going to take back these gangsters. And you can only hold them, as you know, for 6 months. Then you're forced to release them. How does the Trump administration deal with that issue?
Well, I think we have leverage with Venezuela. The feckless policies of the Biden administration allowed them to put their oil on the international market to keep prices down. And so now we have that leverage of whether we want to keep their oil in the international market. If you want to do business with the United States, maybe we don't want you to buy oil reserves from Venezuela. So there's leverage there, both on the diplomatic side and in the economic side. Trump has already talked about tariffs as a tool to make people do things they might not otherwise do because it means something to their economy. And so I think there's a couple of ways to skin this cat. Venezuela may say this now, but they may change their mind if they're going to a tariff escalation. There's also other ways to do this. The safe third country, we could put a camp up somewhere that, would take it. You think about some place like Panama, perhaps Guantanamo Bay or a place like that, which the U.S. has good control and good partners that will hold people until we work the complete deal with Venezuela. But I think Trump definitely has the upper hand in this discussion. And obviously, the American people are behind removing these gangsters from our communities.
All right. Well, you keep us posted, too. It's so great to have you here, Ron Vitiello. We always appreciate it. And boy, is this going to be an enormous topic, especially day one with President Trump. He said he's going to take care of this and start at day one. And Tom Homan, who you and I both know, he's not messing around, Ron. That is for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Thank you. Ron, if we don't talk to you, have a great Christmas. It's wonderful to have you here.
You too. Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much.